Oliver, today we had Santander's first quarter results and they didn't look very good. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. The share price fell 4%. The results came in below analyst expectations, so a real disappointment from Santander today. And really, it was disappointing all round. A lot of parts of the business really not performing as people expected.
Okay, and which parts in particular were the real drag this time?
Well, Europe, unsurprisingly, was the drag. It's about a quarter of its business in Spain, another quarter of its business is in the UK. Neither economy doing very well. In Spain, particularly non-performing loans, that's loans in trouble, are continuing to rise. Now, Santander is very well provisioned against them, so it's not a major issue, but still it keeps ticking up. There seems to be no reversal of the trend just yet, and the UK also, the economy very flat and not really doing anything. The more worrying bit perhaps is Latin America, which itself is combined is about a quarter of income, and they're not getting growth there that they would expect. If things are flat in Europe but they can get some growth out of Latin America, that potentially serves shareholders very well. But if we had double-digit declines in operating income in Europe and in a lot of Latin America as well, so pretty disappointing all round.
Right, this doesn't sound very promising because my understanding was this was supposed to be the year of normality for Santander after a lot of provisions last year, so this doesn't look very good at all.
Yeah, it doesn't really sound very promising. They took a lot of provisions last year, partly because they had to, and so they've got a lot of coverage. Those provisions depressed profits last year, so now shorn of those provisions which pushed profits down last year, we should be able to see some improvement. We're not seeing that coming through just yet. We might later on in the year because that's when a lot of the provisions were taken, so the comparisons become easy. But we're not seeing any sort of improvement just yet.
Okay, and then you said shares fell 4% today. Where are we now on price?
Well, they're fairly expensive. They've got a premium rating to other Spanish banks. They're ahead of book value, and a lot of Spanish banks are behind, and a lot of the UK banks are behind. So they're fairly pricey, and I guess that's pricing in the hope that things might recover in Latin America, or the declines sort of steady in Europe. But it looks fairly pricey.
Okay, so overall, this is a bit worrying that this is supposed to be the year of normality for Santander. Thanks, Oliver.